Hello everyone, we are back. Now, I won't be doing an entire character one playthrough like I did originally in Soulcalibur 3. Mostly because I want the chunks to spread out better, and this will be going alongside Mortal Kombat 1. I have no idea how long the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline will be. So we're going to start with the main story. I'm going to stop the recording once I reach about 15 minutes into it. Whether it's explaining or whether I got to a fight scene or not. Now, ones that don't have much fight scenes like Zosamel, I'll just do an entire arcade mode, okay? I'll just do an entire arcade mode just to have fun with him, just to make you guys happy. That we're not just exclusively doing cutscenes. Either way. We're gonna click onto this, and as I said, we're gonna stop 15 minutes in. Now, despite Kilik being the main character in this one, this isn't his storyline. We'll get a few time skips where his storyline is actually taking place. Where his arcade
a legendary sword and devourer of souls. Buried in the darkest reaches of history, it was brought back to light in the 16th century. The notorious pirate Cervantes claimed the sword as
I do like how this is essentially a mix of Soul Edge the game, Soulcalibur the game, and Soulcalibur 2.
Splitting into two.
The best of the original
evil
games.
Weapons,
With a
Cervantes
tidbit
began
of
a
3.
bloody reign of terror, slaying all those seeking the swords without prejudice. Cervantes was eventually undone. Under the protection of Hephaestus, the god of smithing, a female
Hephaestus,
warrior
not
named
Hephaestus.
Sophia
Seriously.
was able to destroy
Sophia
one of
could
the
say it
swords.
correctly, why can't you?
Shards of the blade flew. And
At least it
lodged
ain't
into
as
her
bad
body,
as
causing
Malfestus.
near-mortal
I'm like, what the
wounds.
hell,
Seeing
Sega?
his chance, Cervantes raised his sword to deliver the final blow. Suddenly, there appeared a ninja known as Taki, who rescued the wounded warrior. Taki defeated Cervantes in a battle to the death before carrying the injured Sophia away. However,
Big
one of
Rack,
Soul
women
Edge's two
unite.
blades still
I'm sorry, I
remained.
kind of had to say that.
Perhaps it was fate. The blade fell into
It's
the
kind of
hands
hilarious that
Siegfried,
later characters
whose
kind of
mind was
tone down the
twisted
chest.
and unwell.
Okay, I get the idea of this scene, but the model they used for Siegfried here is so jarringly bad. He looks like a Ragdoll, okay? Especially in first walking, I'm like, what are you doing? I laughed so hard at that opening scene when I first saw it.
A pillar of light pierced the heavens, the product of rampant evil, the evil seed. No one could have predicted it would become a catalyst for catastrophe across the world. Our story takes place in the 16th century.
Okay. Yep, that was the first chapter, folks. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that during Zosamel's route, so warning ahead.
A tragedy befell this place. Lingshansu Temple was a famous martial arts school in the far reaches of China. It was there Kilik learned to master the staff after he was abandoned as a child. Kilik ate and slept with the other students and began his training at a young age. Despite this, he established a family-like bond with just one other student, Shanglen, a young girl who was like an elder sister to him. Dedicated to the way of the sword, she looked after Kilik as if they were siblings. So close was their bond that when one felt happy or sad, the other would feel the same. Together they studied and grew as warriors.
And then in the distant future, he bangs her sister.
The years passed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Warning head, there'll be a lot of time travel later in the storyline.
Teacher, an honorable position for one so young. Throughout the ages, Ling Shang-Su Temple had kept hold of the three sacred treasures: Krita Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Killick's years of arduous training.
Marty! Didn't I say to get off that box?
Of the staff, Kali Yuga.
I need that one for university work, I told you!
Likewise,
She's been doing that non-stop.
was also designated bearer of Dvapara Yuga, a sacred mirror.
Oh! One of them's clearly not what it says it is and blatantly is just a piece of
Story begins
Soulcalibur.
on the night before the ritual for passing
Sorry, I
the
missed
treasures
that.
on to their new masters.
Xianglin, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How come you were chosen to bear Dvapara Yuga?
You also might have
I
noticed
thought you
one
were
of them is
pretty,
blatantly just his belt.
After all, you've dedicated your life to the sword.
Killick, this is not easy for me to talk about, but I'm going to try. The Krita Yuga, it's no longer at Ling Shang-Su. The sword has been gone for more than a decade. All that's left is the Kali Yuga and the Dvapara Yuga.
Really?
Surprised? Well, there's more. The one who stole the Krita Yuga was none other than my father.
Plot twist!
That's why I don't have the right to bear it. If I were to accept the sword, everyone would be
Damn,
up
I
in
look so
arms.
fat in this shirt.
That's why, even though it was offered to me, I decided to decline. Of course, I love Ling Shang-Su, and I do wish to see my studies through to their conclusion. It's just... I just don't want the sacred treasures, or my status as a sacred bearer, or anything else to hold me back. You know what the monks say. Fate is carved with your own hands. When I spoke to them about that, they decided to let me bear Dvapara Yuga instead. Now I can feel proud that I'm a sacred bearer just like you.
No.
You know
Also, question, why does he have red hair here? I thought he had brown hair. Marty! I will lock you out of this room, you keep doing
It's
that
okay.
shit.
Never mind. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Me too.
She deliberately went right to it and
So
sat
was.
down.
Killick and Xianglen were set to attend the official
There's a
ritual
box
for
right
becoming
beside
sacred
you.
bearers. But the night
Why do you
before
feel
the
the need to
ritual,
sit on that
a
one?
terrible calamity plunged everything into chaos.
I will throw a
Drawn by the Kali
freaking
Yuga
empty
in Killick's
bottle at you,
hand,
dang it. Look at
the
this.
evil
One of these
seed
plastic
came to
bottles.
Ling Shang-Su Temple.
Barely held her
The
fly,
monks,
dang it.
driven insane by the evil force, began slaying each other, turning the temple into hell on earth.
Or come sit in my lap. Come on. Yeah, we're taking this long to get to a battle, folks.
I'm done.
Monsters! It would be fun if we could play this.
Everyone, stop this madness!
Oh look, we can finally play. During the last 5 minutes of my playthrough for this part.
There!
Keelik doesn't play too differently from the later games, but due to this being a later game, he doesn't play too differently from the previous game, but due to this being a later game, he does play a lot smoother, okay? 3 and 4, and especially 5, were constricted by a lot of problems, but 6 kind of fits as a lot of it.
Kill or be killed.
Clearly! Oh no!
Xianglin?
Says you said, kill or be killed!
Get a hold
Kill
of
the
yourself,
bitch!
Xianglin.
Stab her! Thrust your staff in...
Xianglin.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get all the straight face of that.
Xianglin?
You could have fought her. But then that... And we're gonna stop here, folks. Yep, we got one fight on that entire playthrough. Sorry, folks. Gonna be a lot of this game.